It's been a while since I played Maximum Football. They just recently released a massive update, and one of the things I was looking forward to in this update was, of course, the coach mode. And they have other things that they implemented in this update, like the sandbox progression, improved running animations and locomotions, just basically more animations added and much, much more. This was a pretty big update, which was shocking to see. So, you guys can pause the video and read it, or you guys can check the link down below in the description to take a look at the full notes that you guys see here that they've done for this update. I was pretty impressed with the amount of stuff that they actually done in this update, and it did show. As you guys see right here, I haven't really played that much of Maximum Football since I took a little bit of a break from it. Only 67.5 hours on the game. And for those that don't know, I've been hooked on ESG and I almost accumulated the total amount of hours I spent on Maximum Football, which is kind of crazy. And that was just from the beta playtest. Anyways, as we load up into Maximum Football, they have a brand new, or actually a first time startup screen showcase, as you guys see right here, which they didn't have before. So this is pretty cool to witness. This is just a bunch of the things that they previously had in all the gameplay trailers that they initially had, and done a little bit of a sizzle reel to it, and it was good editing. They do have music behind it, but I'm not going to play it, of course. But this is a great introduction. Now, I'm playing this on PC. I noticed that on Xbox they haven't really updated. I know Xbox users is kind of like, behind like an update or so. And then PlayStation 5 users, I don't know what's going on with that. I don't even know if they're ever going to come to PlayStation. So I feel like it's kind of like a FU to the people that are wanting this game on PlayStation, and we haven't heard anything from Maximum Football about that. Now, of course, I'm not actually following them anymore because I'm not really too far interested in this game, as I just pretty much want to wait it out and see how this game develops over time. Now, I went back into my original Honolulu Dynasty, and of course, this is not the continuation of this series because I kind of forgot what happened from the last time that I left off. I didn't really go back and check what, I got up to this point with this team. I just know this is like the second or third year with this team. I know I built up a quarterback, got a great running back. I did pull a top recruit from the previous year with an outside linebacker and things of that sort. But yeah, the main focus I just want to get into for this video was just experimenting the coach mode, which is something that I was really looking forward to. Now, I thought it would have been on the screen, but of course, had to go and research how to start the coach mode. So when you click play and continue on, you guys see in the bottom left corner, you have the back out button, and then you got the coach mode, which is like the select button on your controller. So of course, when you select that, you will see that the coach mode has been activated. So pretty much, for those that don't know what coach mode is just being able to spectate a match between CPU versus each other. But now with them implementing coach mode, you have the option to actually choose the plays to see how your team runs it. Now, as I start up the match, they do have a little bit of a newer introduction compared to the previous build, and this is pretty cool. I mean, they're making strides little by little. I know I got tired of the repetitive introductions, so it's awesome that they're able to do that and continue to improve upon the presentation of the game. Now, as I'm loading into this match, I do bare minimum of editing. Just want to showcase for those that haven't experienced this update yet, or don't really play this game, just showcasing the full experience. I do edit after the first possession of this game and showcasing the major parts of the match. So as we head into this game, just giving you guys a complete view of the different camera angles, which is still a great thing that this game has to offer, especially for people that are wanting, the coach mode type of play style where you can just sit back, watch how your team plays based off how you built your team over time and see how they fare against, your opponent for the game that you're playing in. Especially when you are able now to select the plays and actually see if all the progress that you made with your team actually pays off. Like if you recruited a top quarterback, you want to see how he plays out for the upcoming season, or from the amount of XP that you grinded for and boosting up certain players, you just want to see how they play out now that you can actually pick plays to direct your team and see how they end up playing. So with this coach mode being added, this has a lot of room to actually make this game much more better than what it is right now over time. There's a lot of potential that can make this into such an amazing thing. Like, for example, you pick a pass play. Before you pick the pass play, you can direct the AI to make certain reads. So if you want him to look at the tight end first and then make his second option the slot receiver and then third option the outside receiver, or whatever the case may be, just something like that over time. I know it's very difficult to do, but it's something that makes it a little bit more interesting to see how you can actually pick plays and then direct AI to play a certain way or make certain reads based off what you're picking. Or if you're going to run the ball, and you can direct what way your running back should read, what hole he should hit, and or when you do pick that play, you can have an audible option to audible out of. So, of course, that's a lot more in depth, and I don't expect Maximum Football to implement that anytime soon. But like I said, there's so much potential that they can do with now what they implemented with coach mode over time to make this such an amazing thing. Now, of course, I didn't really look down the patch notes in detail of all the things that they actually improved, added, and all that good stuff. But as I'm spectating this match and picking the plays, I did notice there was like a little bit better commentary on certain areas. They did cut out some loading screens or like whatever animation happened after every single play. Um, the crowd noise, depending on the situation and what happens, you hear them cheer a little bit louder. There's just a handful of stuff that they actually done that kind of improve the quality of life during the actual game itself. So that is a big plus. Like I said, Maximum Football is moving in the right direction, but it's going to take a little bit of a longer time to get to the point where it's going to be actually something that's going to be having a lot of people actually interested back into this game. As far as the gameplay, especially with the new running animation, like I said before in the previous video of the update, you get to see how they kind of transpire from accelerating into a full speed animation. So it looks kind of weird at first. It may take a while for me to um, actually enjoy it, but I'm not a big fan of it right now. But it does look kind of weird. So outside of that animation, I did see a little bit more animations than usual, especially with the collision mechanics, big tackles, seeing a little bit more in different tackle animations. Also, it seems like the safeties play much more responsive depending on the ratings and attributes. Um, they attack the ball more, as you guys see right here, seeing an interception happen. Um, Inaccurate throws happening, a lot of drop catches. So there's a lot of stuff gameplay wise that was improved, and you certainly do see it in your matches now. This game wasn't really crazy, but there was moments that kind of like sparked my attention of what had happened and transpired. So the gameplay for sure, even though I'm not actually physically playing the game, but to see the things that happen in this game is kind of crazy. Like this block field goal attempt, like I wouldn't expect the CPU to block the field goal. So you will still see the CPU making plays like this. And I don't know, for some reason, every time I play the CPU, the craziest stuff happened to me. And to see it happen when I'm spectating the CPU play each other, I don't know, I guess I'm just cursed with the craziest moments that happens. Which is kind of odd, but it's also cool at the same time. Now, during this match, did convert a couple fourth downs, which you guys see right here. I'm converting a 4th and 3. So this was awesome, especially in situations where I can actually control and have my team, continue on during drives when I feel like they should convert. Like 4th and 7, I was like, man, I gotta convert this because I'm not sure if I'm gonna stop them on, that their next possession. And shockingly, my quarterback was able to connect with a pass here. We was able to get in field goal range, and we end up making a field goal. So it was really awesome based off the play selection and certain situations of how I'm play calling just to see how my team does. Now, this was the biggest thing right here, which I'm gonna, stop the editing and just let you guys fully see it. They make a big play, they get into the red zone. Now, I'm just calling goal line all out blitz because I don't expect them to pass. I feel like they're trying to punch it in through playing conservative. And this is the craziest thing, and this is why I enjoy coach mode. So you guys are going to see me have a crazy red zone defense. And then on top of that, the Jays ends up going for on 4th down, which shockingly to see the CPU do this is very rare. Especially like in Madden college football, you always see them kick a field goal and it's automatic. But the thing that impressed me the most is having my players being able to dictate what I call, and they end up making a stuff on the Jays and then turning around and going completely downfield to possibly, win this game is absolutely amazing because this is the type of stuff that I simply enjoy, especially when you have this type of coach mode. And this is something that I wanted for this game. And like I said, once they implement this game is going to be a lot much more better, especially for people that love to have simulation moments like this and just enjoy the game from not actually playing, but in a way somewhat playing to a degree. What I mean by that is that I can easily just go into the game, take control of my team, and make things easy because I know what plays cheeses the CPU, so I can just take full advantage and help my team get an easy victory. But doing it this way to experience plays like this, to see the CPU do things based off play calling and the situation that you're in, it makes it for a much more interesting experience, and it makes it challenging because you're just picking plays and you got to see if your team's going to execute compared to just taking over and making it a easy outcome for yourself. So that's how I look at it. A lot of people may, you know, of course, they can play the way that they want to play, but I feel like to actually enjoy experiences like this is like the best way to do so, especially if you're playing offline and just trying to enjoy the game. So after I got that big play, which was shocking that my quarterback made that because I know in the past my quarterback would play stupid at times. So that was just, based off the simulation without being able to actually pick the right play calls. But to see, based off my judgment and to see my team execute, it was amazing to witness. So got past the 50, got more yards, played conservative, and all I wanted to do was get my field goal kicker in range to make a game winning kick. Now, I'm unsure that my kicker is going to actually make it, but that was the best option. I didn't want to risk it to where my quarterback would play like how he used to in the past, where he would just make stupid choices and just cost my team the game. Now, one thing I would like to see this is done for if they ever implement Online Dynasty, where you can do the coach mode against another user and see how each other's teams play out based off, your play calling, and you're able to spectate each other's team of how the CPU would play for them. That would be the next level addition, which will be super amazing in my opinion if they ever implement it. But we got to see what they end up doing over time. Of course, there's other stuff that they want to implement, but that is something that I'm looking forward for them to possibly implement over time. Anyways, this match alone was pretty interesting to me, even though it wasn't, a crazy separation score, but this is the simulation experience that I wanted to see and have happen, especially when you're trying to coach your team and seeing how your team would do based off, the situational play calling. But this is something that I wanted in this game, and I'm glad that they deliver it. So I probably won't play as much once again because ESG literally has me addicted to their game. And for those that actually play the beta, you guys know that type of addiction. Like, I gotta cover that in a separate video. But for Maximum Football, I like what they're doing so far. This was a massive update. But once again, I'm not fully invested back into it. I just want to, see how it goes over time. Like update after update is probably the times where I will revisit the game just to see what they ended up doing. But as far as playing it like on a daily basis, it most likely won't happen. But like I said, I'm glad with what they done in this update. Hopefully you guys enjoy it. Let me know what you guys think down below in the comments. What you dislike and like about this current update. Especially of course on PC. I'm not too sure if they got it on Xbox, but I know for Xbox users you're usually like an update behind or so, but I could be wrong about that. So let me know what you guys think down below. Until next time, I'll see you guys later. I'm out. Peace.